Hey there, beautiful souls. If you are returning to the channel, welcome back and thank you for your support. If you are new here, this is Universal Wisdom Tarot. Hello and a big welcome. Well, the year is speeding by, and so I thought it would be a great time to take a look at the last quarter of 2025. So this is a general intuitive reading to see what's coming your way for October, November, and December. But before we get into it, I am just going to ask you to take a quick second and click the subscribe button if you haven't already. While you're at it, click the like button. Both are free for you, and it's a great way to show your support of the channel. It also lets you know when I drop my next video, and it lets me and YouTube know you're interested in more videos like these. Now, for the most part, astrologically speaking, the last 3 months will be shaped by a couple of significant astrological events. For starters, due to their retrograde motion, a total of 3 planets, Saturn, Neptune, and Uranus, will be in the process of returning to the signs they occupied at the beginning of the year. Saturn's retrograde in Pisces will last through October and November, and this will prompt a reevaluation of relationships and highlight areas that need attention and improvement. The Uranus retrograde in Taurus will focus on community and humanitarian efforts, potentially leading to a greater awareness of social issues and a desire to contribute to positive change. While the Neptune retrograde, which lasts almost to mid-December, encourages introspection and a review of personal dreams and goals, prompting alignment with one's true vision. Of course, we will have one more Mercury retrograde to contend with in the month of November. With this one, emotions will run deep and tempers will be high, causing us to express ourselves passionately. The winter solstice in the Northern Hemisphere ushers in Capricorn season on December 21st. But the big news is the Grand Trine. This harmonious configuration involves Jupiter, Saturn, and Neptune all in water signs. With Jupiter in Cancer and Saturn and Neptune in Pisces, this alignment will create a harmonious trine offering a welcome respite from the fiery energies experienced thus far. Jupiter's optimistic expansion will be joined with Neptune's magic, anchored by Saturn's stability and common sense, allowing dreams to potentially manifest into reality. The Grand Water Trine will offer a sense of hope, optimism, and the potential for abundance. All right, my friends, coming up next, your tarot guidance. So I'll see you on the flip side. All right, my lovely Cancer friends, this is going to be your look ahead reading for the last 3 months of 2025. Here we come into the home stretch. So I will do things just a little bit differently. I have 3 tarot decks here, and I will use one deck for each month, so October, November, December, and I'm going to pull a few cards for each month, so a little bit differently than my normal spread. I have pre-shuffled all your cards, so I'm just going to pull all the cards and then we'll dive into the details and just dive right into it. All right. Okay, so let's see what you got. All right, my friends. So, first of all, not a a bad card on this table. Beautiful cards here. In the upper left here is the Two of Cups, the Page of Swords, and the Queen of Crystals. In this deck, crystals, it's called crystals, but it is the suit of Pentacles. Then in the month of October here, you have the Lovers, the Nine of Cups, and the Four of Wands. And then in December you have the Three of Cups, the World card, and the Eight of Pentacles. Let's focus in on October. Two of Cups, Page of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. October feels for me like a focus, definitely starting off with the Two of Cups, that it is a focus on relationships. Now, if you are in partnerships, okay, now if you are looking for a new relationship, I would say to you, this is the time. Go for it, okay? Put yourself out there if you haven't. For some people, you know, get out in October in terms of, you know, going out to, you know, friends' places and get-togethers and places where you can actually meet people. For others of you, put yourself out on the internet, because, you know, that's the way you're going to meet people. Everybody's different. Everybody has a different preference as to how they would like to meet people, how they get themselves out there. But one thing I can tell you for certain is, if you do want a new romantic opportunity, if you do want to meet somebody, if you do want a relationship and you're not in one, nobody knocks on your door. Nobody, you can't just sit at home and watching Netflix and hope that a knock at the door will come and you'll open it and there will be, you know, the person of your dreams. It doesn't work that way. Okay, so Cancer, I'm going to put it out there that you have to get out there. All right, so very strong energies here of focusing on relationships and partnerships and a new one. Now, if you are in one or have been in one recently and you've been feeling the need for change, you know, there is the possibility there as well. I'm not going to rule that out. I mean, I have to give the message as I give them, you know, as I get them. For some of you, it's time to move onward and, you know, move into a better relationship. I do feel, though, that you are certainly energetic about a romantic relationship. For some of you, it will be a love affair. It might not be a long-term thing. I need to put that out there as well. But sometimes that's maybe just what you need, right? Just to feel like somebody cares. For some of you, it will be that you just meet somebody who maybe is not really romantically your type, but somebody with whom you know you can go out and do things with, somebody who, you know, has similar interests to you. So they want to go to the museum, they want to go to the ballet, and your partner perhaps doesn't like to do those things with you. So for some of you, it will be focusing in on a different type of relationship that's a new one nonetheless, and it encourages some kind of connection that either you are not getting today or that you need to develop, okay? Now, I do feel that it's certainly an important connection. So as I said, for some of you, it's a romantic one, but for others of you, that important connection could be also related to business. It could be related to your work. It could be related in the fact that you have to work with somebody who perhaps, you know, at the office, whatever the office is for you, or wherever you may work, you have to work with somebody who you've never worked with before. You may know of them, you may have heard of them, but you've never had the opportunity to work on a project or something specific with that person. So now is the opportunity to make that connection and get to know them a little bit deeper. All right, this is the Two of Cups. I feel that as well with this Queen of Crystals, this Queen of Pentacles. All right, now you also have here this Page of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. I'm getting also, though, feelings here that, and messages that are related to, you know, if whatever this relationship might be for you, in whatever form, shape it takes, okay, that you need to get the facts. I'm feeling strongly you need to get the information related to this matter, to this person. You need to know who they are. You need to know what they're all about. You need to know their details. So if it is a romantic relationship, important to find out who this person is. Do they have a good job? Do they are they a good person? Okay. Do they have family? Do they not? There's information there that's going to be important to you and to your relationship with them that you need to seek out, and you need to get hold of those facts. Okay. Page of Swords goes out and says, I need to know. That's what your mind's saying, is I need to know. And the Queen of Pentacles does not get to where she is, being in a nice cozy environment and having the perfect surroundings, because she sat around and did nothing. No, she did some hard work. She got the details of the facts, and she implemented the information that she found out, if you know what I mean. Okay, so she worked hard. She dotted her I's, she crossed her T's, and she found out the answers to what she needed. And I feel it's very important for you in October to make sure that you get that. You do some fact finding, if you will, okay, related to some personal matters. Now, it could be related to this person, but it could just be in general. May not be. It could be somebody who comes into your life, but you still need to find the facts, the details about something else, all right? It could be two separate messages here. Remember, this is a reading for the collective. Take what resonates for you, what feels true. Leave the rest for somebody else who needs to hear it. All right. Any other messages I need to give Cancer? All right. Yes, please. They are telling me that open communication, very important. They're telling me you need to have some open communication. You need to express yourself honestly and your opinions honestly, and to also be mindful. That they're also reminding me to tell you to be mindful of your delivery. How do you deliver that communication? Very important for you in October. Let's move on to November. You have the Lovers, the Nine of Cups, and the Four of Wands. If you have wished for this relationship, I would say yes. Your wish is granted. I would say there's happiness here on this Nine of Cups. This dog is sitting on this chair so relaxed. You have the Lovers card, which is the card of love. You have the Four of Wands. I will say to you, somebody, this could be very relationship-oriented month for a lot of you, because the Lovers card is the card of strong relationships. It's not the Two of Cups. It is a more mature energy, in that you've now kind of leveled up in terms of that love. So if you do meet somebody new in October, November now has just gone, skyrocketed in terms of the relationship. It has now brought you an opportunity to deepen that relationship. If you are already in one in October, by the time you get to November, you are really deepening that existing relationship. And for some of you, you have finally found the new soulmate, right? If you're looking for that one who's going to be soulmate material, this is the month in the time that you're going to do it. And you take it to a whole other level. Bearing in mind that if this is what you've wished for, you've got it. This is, contentment and happiness. That dog is sitting there on that chair, so content and happy, just sleeping away, feeling like everything is wonderful. The Four of Wands is the card of marriage oftentimes. I'm just throwing that out there. For some of you, it will be the case. For others of you, it will not. But for others of you, I would say that if you're already in a relationship and it's deepening, you don't necessarily need the piece of paper, or if you already have the piece of paper, you just feel like you are now like an old married couple where it feels comfortable, all right? And for some of you, there are two birds on this picture with some little eggs, so I will say for some of you, there's the potential for a family to be started in this month, all right? Now, that's again not going to be for everybody, so take it how it resonates. But I feel like this is a month of, passion, a month of sensuality. I feel like it's a month of trusting your partner, okay? And there is talk of the happy home. There's the talk of starting family, and definitely, I feel like for somebody, this person that you meet and deepens your gets into a deeper relationship, is you've made some kind of connection locally, or someone in your family introduces you to them. Okay, so there's that aspect and that message that I'm getting. Again, I have to give the messages that I get because there's, somebody needs to hear them. All right, let's move into December. Cancer, you have the Three of Cups, you have the World card, and you have the Eight of Pentacles. Really just saying, I feel that there's a strong focus on celebration in this month, right? Feeling that you finally, the year has come to an end, right? That's what the circle is. The circle is complete. We have 12 months in a year, January to December. December is the closing of that circle, the end of 2025. And I feel like there's celebrations going on here, right? Perhaps for somebody who has met the person, deepened that relationship, now maybe it's time for a holiday romance. I don't know, but December tends to be a good month to do that when people, get a break from work and an opportunity, things slow down because it's year end, and they can take some time off and they can go off on a nice little holiday. And if you are in that relationship and have, it's been going well for now a couple of months, you might want to go off on a nice little romantic getaway, all right? For those of you that have been in relationships long term, it doesn't hurt to go away for the getaway either, because you need some time together as a couple, just to go on. For some of you, it's those date nights. If you're married and you have kids and you need to do something as a couple to keep it fresh, if you will. But I just feel that there's a super strong focus on your relationships, on your partnerships, on the celebration, and making the holiday season romantic and fun and just really family oriented. I find that this month is about joy. It's about spending time with family, whether it's your chosen family or it's not a chosen family, or it's a bunch of people, that friends, and if you're a whole bunch of singles, all right, and you don't have family, you get together with a dozen single friends, and that is your family, for lack of a better term. And so you've got together with them, and you'll be focused on enjoying life, and just talking and reliving and talking about all the things that have brought you happiness thus far. So really nice energy, October, November, December, Cancer. I will leave your reading there, and I'll see you again very shortly. Until then, please know I am, as always, wishing you divine light and love.